Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2022 OCAA Baseball Championships here on WeDigital.ca. We're at Bert Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario, where we have the Centennial Colts against the Durham Lords, Game 2. My name is Mark Knight. Happy to be here to call the baseball game for you. In Game 1, we saw the Fanshawe Falcons ahead. Up front to the Durham Lords, number 18, Eddie Britsky playing left field. Tyler Chong is playing second base. Cruz Lopez, third base for the Durham Lords. And at first base, Jacob Mahoney. The starting pitcher for the Lords is Nick King. Center fielder, Blake Joliker. At right field, Cam Lutenberg. And the catcher is Mason Wright. And at shortstop for the Lords, number 5, Ryan Mattis. See the teams breaking up, heading to their respective dugouts. Defensively, the catcher Salerno, pitcher Smith. At third base, we've got Turner. At first base, Warden. Second base is O'Sullivan. Shortstop is Oates. Hasse at left field, James at center field, and Bogdan in right field for the Colts. On the mound, number 38, Brandon Smith for the Colts in 4 games out of 2 starts. He's a 4-0 win-loss record, 0 saves, 27 innings pitched, 10 walks, and 28 strikeouts with an impressive 1.3 ERA. As he's getting ready to throw some heat here on this very cool October night. The 2022 OCAA baseball standings, Humber Hawks in first place. St. Clair tied, but Humber has a slight advantage. Fanshawe Falcons with 22 points. Centennial and Durham all with 22 points, 11-7. And the Fanshawe Falcons took care of the George Brown Huskies in our first game today by a score of 8-4. Followed by the Seneca Sting, the Lambton Lions, the Sheridan Bruins, and the Sioux Cougars. And we're set to go here. Eddie Britsky is at the plate. 19 for 43 on the season in 15 games, batting .442. 1 home run, 12 RBIs. And he takes 1-1. Shows bunt, pulls back, pitches in high for a ball. 2-1. Swung on, hit foul. Down to right side. 2-2 is the count. Eddie's playing left field tonight, I should say. Takes one high, full count. Nice shot of Brandon Smith there. Gets set. Off the tip of the bat. Heading to the on-deck circle. Mike Jong had to get out of the way of that ball. It's cold here tonight. And Beretsky's blowing on his hands, trying to keep him warm. Got to get the feel for the bat. Full count. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Down the right side. Held up at first base. In for a base hit. And Eddie Boreski is on base. The second baseman, number 14, Mike Chong. Number 19, make that, sorry. No out. Runner on first. As you can see, the throw over there just to keep him close. Look at that. First time on base, and he's all dirty already. Tyler Chong, 28 for 54 in 16 games, .519 batting average. Safely stolen second base. As Eddie Boreski gets up, adds to the pile of dirt that's all over him. Nice hit, nice steal. Runner on second, no out for Mike Chong. Off the end of the bat, down the right side, heading to the Durham dugout. 1-1. Down the middle, popped up. Hit down the right side. Foul ball. One and two the count. Popped up, catcher going back for it. Over the screen. Foul ball. Good shot of our plate umpire there, Robert Small. Way up in the strike zone. In for a ball. 2-2. Chong still in there fighting his way. Hits one hard up the middle. That gets through over second base into center field. That's going to score Boreski as he comes around. So hard hit by Mike Chong. He's safely on first base, and you can see that ball go right over second base. And Boreski was on his horse, and he was moving. Easy score for Boreski. And the Durham Lords are on the scoreboard. Cruz Lopez now at the plate, number 21, the third baseman. Swing and a miss, strike one. 8 for 25 this season, batting .320. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Hit one tight to second base. Hopped through the shortstop. No play at second. And Chong makes it to third. So we see there the ball gets squirting through out to shallow center field. So the cleanup batter is at the plate. Runners at the corners. One run in, Jacob Mahoney now. The first baseman for the Durham Lords. Runners at second and third. No out. Top of the first. Mahoney at the plate. Swung on. Foul ball. Over into the clubhouse. One and one. Salerno heads to the mound, talks to his pitcher. Says, Brandon, you're serving up some sweet stuff. Start mixing them up. Smith sets. Swung on, off the handle of the bat. Sounded a little strange. Easy catch for the second baseman. That brings the pitcher to the mound, to the plate, I mean. Number 16, Nick King. One out, runners at second and third. Big swing and a miss. Takes one high. One and one. Taken all away. Ball two. Pitcher against pitcher here. Smith against King. Swung on, fouled back off the screen. 2-2. As the home plate umpire calls time. Said that was just a little too long. We saw a little bit of that in our previous game. Smith is ready. King was taken. Full count. You can tell the temperature by, you can see Brandon Smith's breath on the mound. Swung on. Blooper into center field. That scores two. And King's safely on first. So Mike Chong and Cruz Lopez come in to score on the looper there into center field. And the Durham Lords are quickly up 3-0. So coming to the plate for Durham is number 13, Blake Jolliker, playing center field today. Quick throw over to first base, trying to catch Nick King sleeping. Fouled back. Strike one. Down the right side. Catcher runs over to get it. Can't quite get there. Foul ball. Strike two. Salerno made a valiant attempt of working his way down the line. He thought about it. Sinker into the dirt. He holds back. 1-2. 1 out, 3. Runner on first. Blake Jolliker at the plate. Looper into left field. Scooped up by the left fielder. Moves the runners around. Nick King's on second. Blake Jolliker's on first. Still only 1 out. Cameron Lechtenberg now at the plate, number 20. The right fielder for the Durham Lords. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Pulling away from it, called strike. 1-1. Down low for a ball. 2-1. Back up the middle. Short hop, the shortstop. Over to first. 2 out. Advances the runners. Close play at first. Runners at second and third. And Mason Wright, the catcher for the Lords. is at the plate. Left-handed batter. Smith checks the bases. Deals one in low for a ball. Two deliveries, two balls, one low, one high. 2-0 the count. Taken all the way, but this time it's a strike. Throw back to second base, trying to catch the runner. Leaning. Too high. And Joliker gets back safely. Mason Wright, 2-1. Strike two. 2-2, 2 out, 2 runners on here in the top of the first inning for the Durham Lords. Brushing them back to fill the count. Back off the screen. First inning, Brandon Smith has already pitched about 25 pitches. As Mason Wright steps out. Part of the psychological game here at Lacasse Park. Foul tip off the ground, popped way up, but Salerno wasn't sure, made the catch regardless. Hit hard right into the glove of the shortstop. And that'll retire the side. But not before the Lords get 3. You're watching OCAA Men's Championship Baseball here on We Digital. We'll be right back.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
Welcome back to the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here on WeDigital.ca. We're at Bert Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario on a rather cold October night. The Centennial Colts and the Durham Lords are battling it out. For the Centennial Colts, number 25, Liam Oates playing Lacasse. For left field, number 22, Josh Savoie, the designated hitter, is number 10. Brandon Turner playing third base. Tejan O base. The catcher, Robert, the right fielder, Devin Bogdan. At first base, we have Zachary Warden and the center fielder, Cameron James. The offensive order for the Colts. Nick King is on the mound. Right at position of catcher, Lopez at third base, Mattis at shortstop. Tyler Chong at second base. Mahoney on first base, Leuchtenberg in right field, Joliker in center field, and Borutsky playing left. Defensively for the Lords, and there's Nick King's stats. 6 games with 5 starts, 4-1, 0 saves, 26 innings. He's got 11 walks, 39 strikeouts, and a 3.77 ERA. So Liam Oates is at the plate to start off. Looping curveball, swing and a miss for Oates. Oates made a nice stab to end the inning. In the top of the first, 13 for 40 this season, 325 batting average, 7 RBIs for Oates. Another swing and a miss. And they quickly dispense of Liam Oates. So Shoya Hase comes up. Left fielder for Centennial. Nick King has thrown some heat here to start off this game. 19 for 45, batting .422. And he's taken 2 strikes right off the hop. King doesn't waste any time. He gets the ball. He sets, he pitches. That's the way to stay warm on a cold night. Help to keep the batters off their stride, and you keep warm. In the dirt. 1-2. Hase steps out. Didn't like the timing of that. Nick King sets. High. Hase was thinking about it. Able to hold back. 2-2. Well, that one got away with him. You see him shaking his hand after that. Nick King wasn't happy with that pitch. Got him swinging, fouled it away. Still full count. Swung on. Out in left field. Getting towards the line. Quickly the ball comes in. Throws back to third base. But Hasse is safely on second. Good hit. As you can see here, swings. Goes to the opposite field. And the ball kind of checks up. There's a little bit of dew in the grass, so the ball's going to be acting a little strangely tonight. So the outfielder's going to have to plan for that. Josh Savoie at the plate, the designated hitter for Centennial. Fouls off the first one. Takes high. 1-1. Back off the screen. 1-2. That one got away from him. 2-2. As you can see, the breath of Nick King. Full count. He walks him. So Nick King gives up a two-base hit to left field and then goes on to walk the next batter with first base open. So that brings the tying run to the plate. Durham Lords up 3-0. Brandon Turner, 20 for 58 with a .345 batting average, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. First pitch is in for a ball. As is the second pitch. He gets one across for a strike. 2-1. Swing and a miss. High fastball. One out. Runners at first and second. 2-2 the count. And he hits him. So that loads the bases. Brings up Tajon O'Sullivan playing second base. And Nick King has got to pitch himself out of a jam here. One out, bases loaded. Sullivan at the plate, 9 for 36 this season with a .250 batting average and 9 RBIs. Early in the game, and the Colts have put themselves in a good position. Little chat with Nick King. Trying to give him some words of encouragement. Sullivan now. First pitch delivered high. In for a strike. Swung on and missed. Infield playing a little shallow. Swing and a miss. Durham looking for that double play ball. Hit hard. Pulled foul. Down the left field line. That would have stayed in. That would have been extra bases for the Colts. Score 2 for sure. But Sullivan's back at the plate. 1-2 the count. High and away. Another full count to the batter, but this time the bases are loaded, so Nick King needs to settle down and find the strike zone. And he does. He gets O'Sullivan swinging. And that'll put a bunch of confidence in his back pocket. The catcher now for the Colts, Robert Salerno, comes to the plate. As the meeting on the mound, pitching coach goes out. Probably a little bit of congratulations there for getting that strikeout. But just reminding everybody that bases are still loaded. Robert Salerno this season is 14 for 47 in 16 games. He's batting .298 with 5 RBIs. Well, all the communication has happened on the mound. Nick King is still standing, blowing in his chilly October hand, and he's ready to deal to Robert Salerno. High fastball swung on and missed. Perfect pitch, straight down the pipe. And Salerno was reaching. Inside for a ball. Nick King gets out of it. Throws a nice K up there. And he leaves the bases loaded as he's proud of himself. Durham Lords lead the Centennial Colts 3-0. You're watching OCAA Men's Championship Baseball on We Digital. We'll be right back.
Every child should learn how to swim, for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Nice shot of the world headquarters of We Digital, and you're watching the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here on We Digital. The Durham Lords are 3-0 over the Centennial Colts. We're getting ready to start the second inning. Brandon Smith on the mound for Centennial. Due up this inning for the Lords, Ryan Mathis, Eddie Boretsky, and Tyler Chong. Interesting pair of glasses on Brandon Smith there. Not sure if it helps with playing under the lights. Brandon Smith, number 38. Gave up a couple runs, one run because of an error, and the Durham Lords lead by a score of 3-0. A little bit of information here. Brandon Smith and Ryan Mattis used to be teammates as Ryan Mattis hits one hard to second base. Thrown out at first. At the plate, Eddie Boretsky. Eddie scored a run last inning. This season he's 19 for 43, batting .442. One home run, 12 RBIs. Shows bunt, pulls back, called strike. Shows bunt, wraps off his leg. And they're going to call him back. Salerno hands him back his bat. Coach is wondering what happened there. And home plate umpire Robert Small informs him that the ball came off the ground, up and hits Eddie's leg. Thus, he's back at the plate, still swinging. 0-2 the count. Salerno was holding it. Looking for the call. 1-2. In the dirt. 2-2. Brandon Smith. Swung on, fouled down the left baseline. Two and two. Tried to sneak one in from the top. Didn't make it low enough. Full count. Hit hard up the middle. Over second base out into center field. And Eddie Boretsky is aboard. That brings Tyler Chong up to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. Chong with a base hit and scored a run in the first. Fouled back. Strike one. Tyler Chong this season was 28 for 54, batting .519. That makes him the league batting champ this year. Enjoying some time here on the diamond for the Durham Lords. High ball. Boreski safely in at second base. Salerno was looking to dish to second, but couldn't control the ball in time. 1-1 the count. Boreski at second. Up and over second base. That'll move Boreski to third. He comes around and scores. And Tyler Chong adds to his numbers with an RBI. That gap up the middle is being well used tonight. Cruz Lopez takes the first pitch high. Ball one. Eight for 25 this season, batting .320. He's got 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Pops one up. Down the third base line. Third baseman goes back and hauls it in. And that holds Chong at first. See here the hard cut. Peeled it around. Third baseman doing the back pedal. So we've got 2 out. Runner on first. Jacob Mahoney now. 20 for 52, batting .385. No home runs, but 9 RBIs. That's twice now. I wonder if the humidity in the air has a little bit to do with that. The ball's popping out of the glove. But Chong is now safely at second base. Stolen base. Swung on, popped up, over the screen, out of play. One and one on Mahoney. Durham up by 4 here in the top of the second inning. In the dirt. He suggests Chong not to advance, and he does not. Two out, 2-1 to count. Hit hard, popped up high. Infield, second base, grabs the ball, and that'll do it for this inning. But Durham scores one more, making it 4-0. You're watching the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here on We Digital. We'll be right back.
I'm just gonna hang out. If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
I won't be able to, I may be able to do a couple in the morning. got football tomorrow night. So. Oh, no. Today's Thursday. Oh, no, yeah, I'm good tomorrow. Saturday I got football. Come back. You can see the OFC football final coming up Saturday, October 22nd at 6:50, and that's at St. Clair as they welcome the London Beefeaters. You catch all the action here on We Digital. Nick King on the mound for Durham. Motioning over to his catcher right. How am I looking? What's going on here? They're enjoying a 4-0 lead going into the bottom of the second over the Centennial Colts. And Devin Bogdan comes to the plate. Devin's playing right field. Takes one in for a strike. Devin is 5 for 20 this season, averaging .250 at the plate with 6 RBIs. Takes outside. 1-1. Two and 1 to count. Down the middle, swung on. Center field, over the head. All the way to the wall. And they get the ball in quickly to third. And he calls him safe. So Bogdan steps in, hits a triple. Left center field, all the way to the warning track, as you can see. He rounds second, quickly gets the ball there. He's in just under the tag. Good replay there. Our first triple of the night, first triple of the day, I should say. No triples in the first game. Zachary Warden. First base. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Zachary Warden is 3 for 32 in 13 games, batting a paltry .094. But he takes a cut at that one. Knocks it foul. Down the right side. One and two. Nobody out. Runner on third. Back up the middle. Over second. Out to center field. That scores Bogdan. And Warden is safe on first. Well, as I said earlier, we've seen lots of balls go over to second place already. And there you have another one. Cameron James. This season is 6 for 29, batting .207. First pitch in for a ball. Well, Centennial's on the board after that triple by Bogdan, and he scores on the RBI single from Zachary Warden. One and one to count. Time called, no pitch. In low. 2-1. Nobody out. Runner on first. James is swinging. 2-2. Popped it up. Short infield. Shortstop underneath it. Oh, drops the ball. Intentional? I think so. No infield fly rule. Gets the force at second base. Liam Oates now. Top of the order. Way outside. Ball makes it all the way back to the pitcher as Cameron James easily strolls into second base. Liam Oates is 13 for 40 this season, batting .325. He's the leadoff today, 7 RBIs. He's working with one out. Runner on second now. Ball 2. Cameron James leading off second. Big lead. In at the knees for a strike. Nick King takes a cursory look back. And James goes back. No protection on the bag, but he retreats regardless. And the cat and mouse game is on. Another wild pitch. Wright can't hang on to it. And that puts Cameron James at third base. One out, runner at third, 3-1 the count. Foul tip. Three and two. Swing and a miss. So Liam Oates strikes out for the second time in as many innings. That brings up Shoya Hase, the left fielder. He had a double his last trip to the plate. High fastball swing. Strike one. 19 for 45 in the regular season, batting a nice .422 with 9 RBIs. Hase up the middle. It gets through second base, out into right field. And that easily scores Cameron James. And Hase is aboard with a single. So we've got 2 outs, runner on first. Josh Savoie is at the plate. Takes one inside. Savoie is 12 for 37, batting .324, 3 RBIs. Nice throw to second base, but the steal was on, and that puts Hasse at second base. Base hit, stolen base. 0-1 to count. Foul back. 1-2. Looking to swing just outside. 2-2. Hasse comes into the screen there. Outside. Savoie. Off the handle. Down the right side. Foul ball. With 2 out, Hasse had turned third, heading for home when he gets called back to second base. Up the middle. Easy play to second base, over to first base. A 4-3 put out, and that'll end the inning. Leaving one aboard. But Centennial scores one and makes that another one, 4-2. You're watching the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here on We Digital. Please stay with us.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
What can milk do? Well, it can turn you into a morning person. It can help fuel some pretty tough stuff. And it can definitely make cartoons funnier.
No, it can't.
Oh, well, it can have a little edge. But come on, even kiddies love it. It'll keep up with you at any age. It makes engines whir and creme brulee creamy. It's one of the easiest labels you'll ever read. And anything that makes this happen is pretty special. In fact, what can't milk do?
Welcome back to Bert Lacasse Park here in Tecumseh, Ontario, the OCAA Men's Championship Baseball Tournament here on WeDigital.ca. Top of the third, the Durham Lords are ahead by 4-2 over the Centennial Colts. And the Lords are up to bat. Pitcher starting things off, Nick King, here in the third inning. Brandon Smith on the mound for Centennial. In for a strike. Nick King this season is 15 for 45 in 17 games. Batting .333. 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. Pretty good numbers for a pitcher. Hit hard. One hopper into center field, and he's safely on first base. Good way to start the inning off. Nice level swing. Hop, hop, into the glove. Touch the grass. Free base. Blake Jolliker now, the center fielder. 19 for 62 on the regular season. 306 is his batting average. He's got 4 home runs and 18 RBIs. As he steps up. Soft flutter over to first base, trying to catch Nick King sleeping. Unsuccessful. Jolliker hits it through the shortstop. And we got runners at first and second. Throwing the ball away. And now we got runners at second and third. Little miscommunication there. Maybe looking for an appeal. None had. So 2 base hits to start the inning. We got runners at second and third now on a miscue. So Cameron Lugtenberg playing right field. They're going to put him on. And they're going to pitch to the catcher, Mason Wright. Load the bases, no out. 13 for 39, batting .333. Fouls one away. Hopper in the dirt. Wright gives a signal to King to stay where you are as he remains on third base. 1-1 the count to Mason Wright. Bases loaded, nobody out. Durham Lords on top by a score of 4-2. Showing bunt, trying to draw the infielders in. Swings, pops it up. Shortstop comes in, makes the catch. One away. So that'll bring Ryan Mattis to the plate. The shortstop. As you see, the Centennial shortstop make the play. Ryan Mattis, 16 for 42, batting .381, and he's the bottom of the order. Takes high. Hit hard, hit foul, down the left side. Brandon Smith on the mound. Infield in tight. Pitch in the dirt. 2-1. Inside. Got to get one over the plate, or they're going to walk one in. Called strike. Full count. Swing and a miss. Brandon Smith strikes out his buddy Ryan Mattis for the second out. So that brings Eddie Boretsky to the plate. 2 trips to the plate, 2 runs scored. We're in the third inning. In the dirt. Ball 1. Eddie Boretsky is from LaSalle, Ontario, in his second year with the Durham Lords. Takes high, ball 2. Hit one right into the glove of the second baseman, and that gets Brandon Smith out of a jam. They leave 3 on. Scores 4-2 in favor of the Durham Lords. You're watching OCAA Men's Baseball Championship here on We Digital. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Mont's On Time Express has all of your delivery needs covered with a fleet of 50 vehicles, including cargo and sprinter vans, along with 24-foot straight trucks. It doesn't matter if the freight is big or small. Mont's On Time Express can guarantee safe and prompt delivery service throughout Canada and the United States. Licensed to broker freight throughout North America, Mont's On Time Express features same-day delivery service, along with a state-of-the-art dispatching system and live GPS tracking assistance. Mont's is fully insured and Canadian bonded and has certifications with FAST, CTAT, PIP, and SmartWay. Mont's On Time Express is open 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. To get your delivery moving, contact Mont's On Time Express at www.montsontime.ca or call toll-free at 877-250-8282.
Glad to have you aboard, and welcome back to the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here on WeDigital.ca. It's a cold October night, and the Centennial Colts and Durham Lords are battling it out here in Game 2. We've got 4 more games tomorrow, 11 o'clock, 1:30, 4 o'clock, and 6:30, as we narrow it down, and then the bronze medal game on Saturday and the gold medal game at 1 o'clock. Those are the upcoming games here on the Baseball Championships at the We Digital Network. Hope you're able to stick with us all weekend, catch all the baseball action here from Lacasse Park. Nick King on the mound for the Durham Lords. So the Colts bring Brandon Turner to the plate to start off the third inning. Brandon's playing third base tonight. 20 for 58 on the season, batting .345, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, and takes a cut at that one for a strike. Hit down the left field line, foul. Strike 2. Lots of humidity in the air tonight. Outfield is damp. Mason Wright and Nick King have a little chat. Mason must have heard or seen something that he'd like to convey to his pitcher. Takes one high and outside for a ball. Inside. Ball two. Two and two. No out. In the dirt. That one caught Mason Wright the wrong way. Saw him flinch just a little bit. Three and two the count. On Brandon Turner. He puts him aboard on 4 balls. So Tejan O'Sullivan comes to the plate. No outs, runner at first. He's 9 for 36 this season, batting .250. No home runs, 9 RBIs. He takes the first pitch in for a ball. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Nick King checks the runner. Off-speed pitch, a little high. O'Sullivan's not biting. Hobson fakes the throw. Brandon Turner has to hustle back. This time he makes the throw, but Turner's back in time. Half swing. Hard throw to first. Miscued. Very interesting play. We're going to have to see that on the replay. The half a swing goes out towards the pitcher's mound as he grabs and tries to throw to strike to first base, but it just gets away. Collision at first. Brandon Turner goes to third, and O'Sullivan gets up and hustles his way over to second base before the ball's recovered. So we got runners at second and third, and the catcher, Robert Salerno, comes up. No error on the scoreboard. They're marking out a base hit. Salerno is 14 for 47 in 16 games, batting .298 with 5 RBIs. He steps in with runners at second and third. High fastball, swing and a miss. Salerno wanted that one. Looking to put a couple more RBIs in his stats. Nick King. Down the middle, swung on off the handle, fouled away for 2 strikes. No outs. Runners at second and third. Inside pitch. Salerno gets out of the way. 1-2 the count. Down the middle, swung on, fouled away. Hit hard. Right field pulls it in. Runners check up, and Brandon Turner scores. But Salerno does his job. Drives O'Sullivan over to third, and Brandon Turner comes in to score. Cuts the lead by 1. So Devin Bogdan steps in. He's 5 for 20 on the regular season, batting .250, 6 RBIs. We got 1 out, runner at third. Takes a cut, 1-1. And the pitching coach heads up to the mound. Wants to talk with Nick King and his infield crew. See how he's feeling. Scores 4-3. Tying run at third base. Only 1 out. Bottom of the order coming up. But at this level, the bottom of the order isn't so crucial as it would be in the regular season. Looks like they're going to leave Nick King in for a little while longer. Shot of some of the fans braving the cold tonight. Enjoying their Durham Lords or Centennial Colts. Playing the men's championships here at Lacasse Park in Tecumseh. So they decide to put Bogdan on. Pitch to Warden. And Warden drives one in. So that scores O'Sullivan. Bogdan goes back to first. And O'Sullivan comes in. Tying it up at 4. 2 out. Runner at first. Cameron James takes a cut. Strike 1. 6 for 29 on the season, batting .207 with 5 RBIs. Home plate umpire calls time. Hit hard to center. And that's scooped up easily. And that'll get him out of the inning. But not before the Centennial Colts tie it up. 4-4 is the score. OCAA Men's Baseball Championships on WeDigital.ca. Stay with us.
No. I never smoked any. Sure, I smoked a bit. But it was more your mom who was into it. Pot grows naturally, but it won't help you grow as a person.
Talking cannabis with your teen can be learned. Download our free brochure.
You know what? Poison ivy grows naturally, but it's not good for you, is it?
Find the answers you need at drugfreekidscanada.org.
Welcome back to the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here on WeDigital.ca. Where the Durham Lords and the Centennial Colts are knotted at 4 as we head into the top of the 4th inning here at Bert Lacasse Park on a cold October night in Tecumseh, Ontario. We're going to be here all weekend. Hope you can join us the rest of the weekend. Brandon Smith is still on the mound for the Colts. Tyler Chong at plate for the Lords. He takes the first one in for a strike. Tyler Chong is from Markham, Ontario. Regular season batting champ this year. Hit one. Soft hit. Touching the grass in center field. And he's on base to start the inning. He's batting 1,000 in this game. 3 trips to the plate, 3 times on base. Scored a run. Cruz Lopez. Shows bunt. Nicely placed. Gets down. Throw to first. He's out. But he moves Chong around to second base. Gets his job done. Jacob Mahoney now at the plate. 1 out, runner on second. Pulled foul. Strike 1. Jacob hails from Toronto, Ontario, in his 3rd year. Hard up the middle. Shortstop scoops, throws to first, gets the out. 2 down, but that puts Tyler Chong on third base. They're moving him around. But they got to put another runner on base if they want Tyler Chong to score. The pitcher, Nick King, at the plate. In the dirt. Kept in tight there by Salerno. Chong has no chance to score. Nick King hails from Whitby, Ontario. He's in his 1st year with the Durham Lords. In for a strike. One and one the count. Another curveball comes across the plate in the right position. Strike two. Brandon Smith has an interesting delivery in the dirt. For a little guy, he's got a looping pitch, but he gets it across the plate. Way up. Full count on Nick King. Swing and a miss. That's out number 3. That'll retire the side for the Durham Lords. Knotted at 4, the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here on We Digital. We'll be right back.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
Flying the We Digital flag over the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here. My name is Mark Knight. We've got a 4-4 tie between the Durham Lords and the Centennial Colts here at Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. Saturday, October 22nd, we've got the bronze medal game scheduled for 10 a.m. and the gold medal game scheduled for 1 p.m. 2 games you do not want to miss, so clear your schedule. Make sure you log on to WeDigital.ca to catch all the action of the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships. Nick King on the mound for the Durham Lords. Trying to keep his team close. Due up in this inning for the Centennial Colts, Liam Oates, Shoya Hase, and Josh Savoie. And Oates is at the plate as we start the fourth. Liam Oates is from Brampton, Ontario. One and one the count. Outside, ball 2. In low for a strike. Outside. Liam Oates has struck out his first 2 trips to the plate. Got a full count on him this time. And they catch him watching. Looks like Nick King has got Liam Oates' number. Leadoff batter. Retired 3 times straight. Shoya Hase at the plate now. The left fielder. Shoya Hase from Japan in his second year with Durham. Takes one high and tight for a ball. Inside on the corner, 1-1. Swung on. Shallow left field. Easy catch. 2 away. Hit it high. Center field has lots of time. Josh Savoie. Takes one low. Josh is from Scarborough, Ontario. Hit up the middle. Over second base. That seems to be the trend tonight. And Savoie is safely aboard at first. Braden Turner, third baseman for the Colts. He's got 2 out. Runner on first. Looking to stay alive here in the 4th inning. Down the middle for a strike. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, scored a run his second at-bat. Takes one inside. 1-1. Indicating for his runner to move along. As Josh Savoie moves over to first on the pass ball. Two and one. 2 out, runner at second base. Outside. Right reaches and hauls that one in. Three and one. Hit hard into left field. That's going to score a run. But they get the ball there in time. He's called out at the plate. Great relay in from left field. As you watch it here, ending the inning tied at 4. The Durham Lords and the Centennial Colts here at the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships. As you see the tag there on Savoie. That ends the 4th inning. We'll be right back.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Welcome back to the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here on WeDigital.ca. The Durham Lords and the Centennial Colts are tied at 4 as we head in to the 5th inning. Brandon Smith stays on the mound for Centennial. Due up this inning for the Lords, Blake Jolliker, Cameron Lutkenberg, and Mason Wright. So the center fielder, Blake Jolliker, steps in to lead off the 5th from Whitby, Ontario. Swing. Knocks one foul down the left field line. Hard cut. Swings right through it. 2 strikes. Caught looking. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And Jolliker goes down looking. Lutkenberg at the plate now. The right fielder from Cordis, Ontario. Looking to get things started here for the Durham Lords in the 5th inning. Hard cut right through the ball. Strike 1. Nice curve. Strike 2. No appeal. Ball 1. One and 2 the count. Hit hard back into the Durham dugout. In for a strike. Two up, 2 down, both by a K. The back catcher, Mason Wright, steps up. 2 out, nobody on. And the Lords are looking for Mason to get it right. Swing and a miss. Mason Wright also from Cordis, Ontario. A high looper. In for a ball. Inside. Mason's getting out of the way. Ball 2. Swung on down the line. Little flip back to the pitch. 3 up, 3 down. And that retires his side in the 5th inning for the Durham Lords. Still 4-4 at the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships at Lacasse Park. You're enjoying this on WeDigital.ca. Please stay with us.
I'm just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
What can milk do? Well, it can turn you into a morning person. It can help fuel some pretty tough stuff. And it can definitely make cartoons funnier.
No, it can't.
Oh, well, it can have a little edge. But come on, even kiddies love it. It'll keep up with you at any age. It makes engines whir and creme brulee creamy.
Welcome back to the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here on We Digital. And you're looking at a new pitcher for the Durham Lords. As we make our way into the bottom of the fifth, Ryan Mattis is on the mound. First pitch is in the dirt. O'Sullivan at the plate. Foul back. Ryan Madison, 5 games. He's a 1-1. No saves. He's pitched 8.1 innings, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts with a paltry .84 earned run average. Good reliever stats. Finds the corner. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Swung on. Down the left field line, indicating fair ball. It makes it all the way to the fence. They get the ball back into third. And O'Sullivan has a stand-up double. As you watch it here, hits it hard, one hop, curls around. So Robert Salerno steps up, the catcher for the Colts. Hit hard out in the center field. He's turning third. Ball gets back to the pitcher. And O'Sullivan scores to go ahead. 5-4. Salerno hits one out to center. They hold him up at 1. So we got Nick King playing third, Mattis on the mound. Ball one. Devin Bogdan from Barrie, Ontario. Swing. Ball ends up in the dirt. Quickly recovered. One and two. Two and two, nobody out. Runner on first. One run in here in the bottom of the fifth. Mattis coming to the mound, having a hard time finding the strike zone. As Salerno advances to second. Full count. Down the middle. Got into trouble early, but got himself out of it. One out. Zach Warden now. Playing first base tonight for the Colts. Off the end of the bat, fouled away. Zach Warden is from York, Ontario. He's a fourth-year player for the Colts. Oh and 1. Outside, runner advances to third on the pass ball. So Salerno gets aboard from a base hit, drives in a run, advances to third with one out. Zach Warden at the plate. Ryan Mattis trying to find the strike zone. Right there. Hopper over third base. That'll score Salerno. As they quickly get the ball in. As they watch this high hopper go over the glove of the third baseman. That's Nick King. He's quite tall, but the ball hopped really well. And they get the ball back in quickly. Warden ends up at first base. And Robert Salerno scores from third. So that's 2 runs in here in the 5th inning. And Cameron James. Hit hard. Right to short. The ball gets thrown away at first. But Warden doesn't even attempt it. He's on the ground. I'm not getting up. Nice catch there at short. So Liam Oates, the shortstop, at the plate. 2 outs. Runner on first. 2 runs in here in the inning. The Colts got 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and now 2 in the fifth. Liam Oates is from Brampton. Struggling here at the plate tonight. One and one. Inside, did it catch him? I don't think so. 2 and 1. A sinker out of the strike zone, 3 and 1. Outside. So Liam Oates, 4 trips to the plate, 3 strikeouts, and 1 base on balls. Shoya Hase now to the plate. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And they're going to have a little chat at the mound. Everybody comes in. And Ryan Mattis just doesn't have it. So they're going to put Thomas Aronowicz in. Thomas Aronowicz is going to get a few warm-ups. We've got Thomas Aronowicz as a left-handed pitcher. But I don't have any numbers to show you. This is his first appearance in a championship game. So we're making history here on We Digital. Folks are getting a chance to see Aronowicz pitch for the first time for the Durham Lords. Just want to give you an update on the upcoming games. The St. Clair Saints are playing against the Fanshawe team tomorrow at 11:30. At 11 o'clock, sorry. So the Saints against the Falcons tomorrow here at Burt Lacasse Park at 11 o'clock. And you can catch that live on WeDigital.ca. And the Hummer Hawks are scheduled to play the winner of this game. So Shoya Hase is ready. Facing off against Thomas Aronowicz. Takes one high and inside. Ball two. Two out. Runners at first and second. Inside, ball three. Zach Warden on second, Liam Oates on first. Four straight. So that'll move the runners around. Warden on third, Oates on second, and Hase is on first base, base on balls. That brings up the designated hitter, Josh Savoie. Bases loaded, two out for the Colts. And Aronowicz on the mound. He finds the middle, strike one. In the dirt, keeps it in front of him, no advancement. In for a strike. Squirts out of the glove. Nice to see the fans braving the cold here to cheer on their Lords or their Colts. Swing and a miss. And Aronowicz comes in, struggles to start, but shuts him down. But not before they get two. 6-4, the Colts over the Lords. OCAA Men's Championship Baseball on We Digital. Stay with us.
Mont's On Time Express has all of your delivery needs covered with a fleet of 50 vehicles, including cargo and sprinter vans, along with 24-foot straight trucks. It doesn't matter if the freight is big or small. Mont's On Time Express can guarantee safe and prompt delivery service throughout Canada and the United States. Licensed to broker freight throughout North America, Mont's On Time Express features same-day delivery service, along with a state-of-the-art dispatching system and live GPS tracking assistance. Mont's is fully insured and Canadian bonded and has certifications with FAST, CTAT, PIP, and SmartWay. Mont's On Time Express is open 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. To get your delivery moving, contact Mont's On Time Express at www.montsontime.ca or call toll-free at 877-250-8282.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things, like should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
Leading off here in the top of the sixth inning for the Durham Lords, number 24, Wendell Johnson. Two and 0. Brandon Smith still on the mound for the Colts. Gets Johnson swinging, 2 and 1. The Colts have gone with the same core. Brandon Smith on the mound, Salerno at catcher. Pulled that one hard foul. Wendell Johnson this season is 5 for 23 in 10 games, batting .217 with 8 RBIs. And he comes on in relief of Randy Mattis. Leg pump, hold up. Full count. Hard down the line, pulled foul. Oh, Wendell Johnson was heading to first. He got called on strikes. That'll bring up local boy Eddie Beretsky. Eddie scored 2 of the 4 Durham runs tonight. In his second year. Looking to get things started here in the 6th inning for the Durham Lords. Takes a strike. Nice curveball there off the hand of Brandon Smith. In for strike 2. Outside, looking to catch the corner, but didn't. 1 and 2. 1 out, nobody on. He catches him looking. So we're in the 6th inning, and Brandon Smith is throwing strikes for the Centennial Colts. Tyler Chong now. The Peel says he goes around. Strike 1. Tried to catch the corner. 1 and 1. Tyler Chong to second base for the Durham Lords. Swung on. Easy play to third. Throw over is big stretch. And they go 1-2-3 in the sixth inning, the Durham Lords. 6-4 in favor of the Colts. The OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here on We Digital. Stick around for the bottom of the sixth.
No. I never smoked any. Sure, I smoked a bit. But it was more your mom who was into it. Pot grows naturally, but it won't help you grow as a person.
Talking cannabis with your teen can be learned. Download our free brochure.
You know what? Poison ivy grows naturally, but it's not good for you, is it?
Find the answers you need at drugfreekidscanada.org.
Thanks for being with us here on the We Digital Network, the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here at Lacasse Park on a cold October night in Tecumseh, Ontario. The Durham Lords and the Centennial Colts are in the sixth inning, and the Colts are up by 2 by a score of 6-4. On the mound for the Durham Lords is Thomas Aronowicz. Due up this inning for the Colts, Brandon Turner, Tejan O'Sullivan, and Robert Salerno. Make sure you stay with us all weekend for continuing coverage of the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here at Lacasse Park. Brandon Turner from Oakland, Ontario, is going to start things off here in the bottom of the sixth. This is game 2, but lots of baseball action this weekend, as well as football action on Saturday night. And you can catch all the action on WeDigital.ca. Umpires having a little chat with the Durham Lord coach. Not sure what they're discussing. But they're all smiles in doing so. As I told you a little bit ago, the St. Clair Saints will be playing the Fanshawe Falcons tomorrow at 11 o'clock right here. And the Humber Hawks will be playing the winner of this game between the Centennial Colts and the Durham Lords. Well, it looks like they've got all that situation sorted out, solved the world's problems, and we're ready to go here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Brandon Turner up. Aronowicz dishes. Hit hard. Straight to the hot corner. One hit. One pitch. One out. That brings up O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan playing second base. Has scored a run. Swing and a miss. O'Sullivan is from Scarborough, Ontario in his first year. I can feel the heat from the mound from here. Aronowicz coming in late in the game, but throwing some good pitches. Gets him swinging, not handled cleanly. Ball goes all the way to the screen, and O'Sullivan makes it to first base on a pass ball. You don't see that often at this level. One out, one on. The catcher at the plate, Robert Salerno. Another Scarborough native on the Colts team. High fastball swung on and missed. I don't think Aronowicz was looking for that call from the catcher by the look on his face. In for a strike. Whatever it was, I think he worked it out. Wow. Hard pitch, way inside. And Salerno had to move to get out of the way. Signals are in. Aronowicz sets. Off the handle. Scooped up by third base. Quickly over to first. That's 2 outs. Runner advances to second. So O'Sullivan is safe on a fielder's choice. That brings Bogdan to the plate with 2 out, runners on second. Bogdan is from Barrie, Ontario for his first year. Little late swing there. Good fastball. The ball was in the glove before Bogdan moved the bat. High and tight. Ball 1. You can see the shortstop playing a game there was O'Sullivan. Making it look like the ball's coming to him right there. Low and inside, ball 2. Ball 3. Whatever O'Sullivan's doing, it seems to be working because Aronowicz is concentrating on what he's doing and not his pitching. And there's ball 4. So O'Sullivan did his job. He got Bogdan on by distracting the pitcher, and that brings Zach Warden to the plate. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Down the middle for a strike. Tried to catch the inside corner. Ball 1. Zach Warden was left on third base the last inning. Trying to get on the base pass one more time here. In low, quick short of third. Safe at third. Runners on the corners. One and two the count on Warden. Pulled foul. Aronowicz is working him. Runner goes. Easy steal. O'Sullivan on third. Bogdan on second. First base is open. 2-2 the count on Warden. Hit hard down the left side. Thrown out at first. That'll retire the side. Score is still 6-4 in favor of the Colts.
Injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes. 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
What can milk do? Well, it can turn you into a morning person. It can help fuel some pretty tough stuff. And it can definitely make cartoons funnier.
No, it can't.
Oh, well, it can have a little edge. But come on, even kiddies love it. It'll keep up with you at any age. It makes engines whir and creme brulee creamy. It's one of the easiest labels you'll ever read. And anything that makes this happen is pretty special. In fact, what can't milk do?
WeTV, a division of WeDigital.ca, and this is the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships here at Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. Game 2 between the Durham Lords and the Centennial Colts. And Brandon Smith is on the mound going the distance for the Colts. His team is up 6-4, and we're in the top of the 7th inning. So the Durham Lords have a little bit of work to do. They've got to get 2 to tie, 3 to go ahead and force the bottom of the 7th. Starting off the 7th inning, number 21, Cruz Lopez. Third baseman. Curveball strike. Hit hard. To the fence. Stand-up double for Lopez. Second pitch hit hard into right field. Over the head, one hop into the fence. And he gets the ball back in quickly. But Cruz has a stand-up double to start the seventh inning. Jacob Mahoney from Toronto, Ontario is at the plate. The cleanup batter, playing first base tonight. In the dirt. Easy advancement for Lopez. Want to know the count? Outside. 2-0. Hit hard up the middle. Caught at center. But that brings Lopez in. RBI for Mahoney. One out, one run. And Nick King started as pitcher, moved to third base. Popped one up to right. Goes foul. Whitby, Ontario's Nick King trying to keep his team alive here. In for a strike. Pulled foul. Down the third baseline. Blake Joliker on deck for the Lords. Called a strike off the knob of the bat. Curling in, Nick King hasn't moved. I don't think he's happy with the call, but it's the right call. Ball came in, hit the bat. That's a strike. An odd way to earn a K, but Brandon Smith pulls it off. So we've got two out, nobody on. One run in for the Durham Lords. We're in the top of the seventh. 6-5 in favor of the Colts as the communication continues at the home plate. The Durham coach is complaining the call. He's given a hand to stop. The call stands. The pitch comes in off the knob of the bat. It's a strike. And the third one it was. Blake Joliker from Whitby, Ontario. Big shoulders moment. Trying to keep it alive. Off the tip. Strike one. Outside. Ball one. Catcher sets up outside. Trying to get him to bite, but Jolliker's not going for it. Down the middle, swinging. 2-2. Base is empty. Top of the 7th. 2-2 the count. 2 out. Ball 3. Brandon Smith going the distance for the Colts. Swung on, fouled. Blake Jolliker goes down swinging. So Brandon Smith gets 2 Ks in the 7th inning. And the Colts hang on to win 6-5 here at the OCAA Championships Game 2. Stick around to We Digital all weekend for more OCAA Men's Baseball Championships at Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. My name is Mark Knight. Good night for now, and we'll see you tomorrow.